Hello guys, this is Dalen75 Games, and you're watching a guide on Butcherblock Mountains. Now, I've actually been pretty sick in the last week, and I was hoping to get out my usual 2 little guides on zones inside EverQuest, Project 99 EverQuest, 1999 EverQuest, sorry. Yeah, I'm not feeling well right now, and it's going to be a bit of a stretch for me to do, but I want to do it. I'm running out of videos. I had about 15 or so Dragon Age videos, and yeah, I'm out of those too, so I need to start making videos, otherwise there's going to be no videos for my channel. And I like to put them out, videos every day, so... Okay, so we are in the Greater Feydark, and we're heading into the Butcherblock Mountains. Now, if you hadn't noticed, this is why I'm starting in this, why I started with the Greater Feydark, Kelethan, Greater Feydark area. To begin with, there's a dwarf right there. Bicep heels. The reason I started with the area is because that's where I originally started when I came to EverQuest back in September of 1999. And kind of has a lot of meaning to me. The other places that have meaning to me in the game would be Neriak, definitely Neriak. Nektalos, a little bit. And then I guess after that it would have to be, of course, the Ixar city, Kabalis, and the areas around there. But I've played so much around since getting onto Project 99, 1999. I keep missaying that. I have played so much around in and around Kabalis and with newbie characters that I'm kind of tired of the area. I mean, there's really nothing special about Kabalis. It's pretty bare bones. There's hardly a story to go along with it. There is a story, of course, but and it's not like everyone has an intricate, detailed story all over every zone, or every starting city. But yeah, I find Kabalis boring. So beyond that, let's get into this zone, Butcherblock Mountains. Now, anyone that comes to and leaves would have to, without getting a port of some kind, would have to go through the Butcherblock Mountains because the docks, the boat to Freeport and all the way to Kunark, to Ferionavai can be had here. So, can be found here. Now, here's a orc centurion. There's not many orcs in this zone. It's mostly goblins and a few undead. I think there's a few small places with orcs, like a couple of them, but there's usually, I don't know why. I don't know if I've seen it this time around, but I thought that there was a orc messenger that runs around this area. He may zone or something like that, and you'll never see him again. I'm not sure. But coming out here is the path from Greater Feydark. There's a goblin over there. It's a great newbie zone. I mean, it's not the best, but it's a good newbie zone because everything is kind of spread out. You can see things coming. And there's not, other than the goblins, there's really not too much aggro going on. I think there's a few skeletons that if you're like up below level 5, it's a little scary to be around. But okay, so pathway here leads to, what do I have here? It's the merchants who sell clay, firing sheets, chain armor, tailoring patterns, large sewing kit, and other goods. So little dwarves. So we've been through all the gnome areas now, and now we're in the dwarven areas. I'll see about getting out another video this week. I hope I can. I'm still feeling pretty awful. I had a fever for a few days and couldn't get much of anything done, which is not good because we also have a newborn, so and a 3.5-year-old son. And actually, I think my 3-year-old son is more difficult to take care of than the newborn. So he just gets into everything and constantly wants attention. So. Alright, so there's this, they have these guard outposts all throughout the zone. There's probably about half a dozen of them. And, so, the fact that there is a special place up here, I actually haven't been here. I just saw it on the map, and, it's called the chessboard, and apparently it was redone, it was renovated with the patch on July 14th, 2013. Well, that's just over a year ago, a year and 3 months ago. And, so there's goblins here. There's goblin camps all over the place. Generally, I mean, I'm not sure exactly what level they are. I think I'm going to make the guess between level 8 and 12. 12, but there's other tougher goblins, like there's goblin wizards, and I think that they're higher, like 12 to 14 or 15. So there's goblin camps, and we'll see those everywhere. But I want to see the chessboard, and there's also a dwarven hut past the chessboard, and I don't know what the dwarven hut's about. But one thing I used to like doing when I first started in EverQuest back in '99, just like exploring everywhere and checking out what you can do, and always looking for that certain mob that, or groups of mobs that you can easily camp and take care of. Ooh, there's a big skeleton up there. A dead player. Cray's corpse. Now, it's undead, but they're all green to me. Well, let's make sure. There's a bishop. There's a pawn. Not really the full set, is it? What's this guy between the legs? I can't... There's a smaller guy here. Well, I'm not sure. Why is there a guy between his legs? Undead bishop, so they cast spells. Strangely enough. Oh, it says pet. Odd. Really odd. Okay. So, I mean, I don't have much to worry about it, but, you know, fighting for a minute. It could be a tough green, but... It's interesting. I don't know what level these guys are. Now, there's a dwarf over here. Cygnus Boran. And he's apprehensive with me. No, it's probably because my god. God, is it? Bristlebane. Hello? And she's not responding. She's not a vendor. I don't know what she does. Maybe she's a quest giver of some kind. And this is something that I always really like, especially when I came back and I was looking for armor. People that make armor, like bandit armor. If you just start the game, you have no money. Bandit armor, if you play up to like level 10, save up money and try to sell as many things as you can loot off the mobs. It's pretty good. It's pretty good armor. It can last you till like level 20 or so. But if you're a class that can wear something better, then I would say, in my course from level 1, try to put on the best that you can get. But I would say if you're going to go by the way it was meant to be, probably level 20 or higher for upgrading yourself. If you can wear some kind of plate, like bronze, definitely. So yeah, there's wandering mobs, there's wandering skeletons all over the zone. It's not a bad newbie area. This one thing about this zone, like if you see the map, it is so it's like somebody dropped a whole bowl of spaghetti and it splattered all over the floor. It's what it looks like to me. And there's ways all through the mountains, and I think you can get lost, but you're never gonna be. I don't know. All you have to do is pull up the wiki. You should be able to orientate yourself without any problems. And I've been turned around a few times out here, but I've never had any problems finding my way anywhere. Okay, so we just came back to the same guardhouse. And so what's next? Well, there's a wandering ogre that I've killed a few times, and apparently he spawns over this way. It's kind of just north of the entrance to Dagner's Cauldron, which I might get at. Maybe actually, you know what? I'm just gonna do a full postponement of videos for last week. I'm not gonna try to make it up. I'm just too busy, and being sick is not helping. So I'll put out 2 this week and try to do 2 next week. I'll see about doing Dagner's Cauldron and Unrest. Unrest should be very popular. A lot of people like my Miss More video. And that was the shortest video I've done, shortest guide. And I think it's still over here. So we are looking for a goblin camp. Maybe we'll see Corflunk, that's the name of the ogre. And I think that's a quest that you can get inside Kaladin, the dwarven city. So, I mean, I'm looking at the map. Well, there's a pathway here. And it should wind. Yeah, it should wind right to Dagner's Cauldron. So slow. I was thinking about getting out Sarkis with his sow speed. So, the map says north of Dagner's Cauldron, and this is the entrance to Dagner's Cauldron. Unrest is always a great place to go. Okay, so, This leads to a kind of like a zone, and I've been through it several times in my videos before, that it's really not much there. It's just like a lake and an island in the middle, but there's unrest, so that's what most people go through there for. Well, I assume that this round circle thing in front of me is a mountain, and between that and the next round circle thing is a goblin village. Is it a village? What does it say? Goblin camp. Spawn point for Coreflunk placeholder. Ah, okay, so you gotta kill a goblin. And I think that things like that, like a ogre, hostile ogre, it's probably a few levels higher than anybody that's trying to level up in this zone. I think that's kind of neat and fun. Gives you something to aim for. And if he kills you or whatever, it's not like you're gonna lose much anyways. And so, following the trail... Yeah, here it is. I see the goblin camp ahead. So I don't think that Coreflunk will be hanging around with the goblins, although they could be friends, I have no idea. But yeah, so this is where it is. One of them is a placeholder. Little goblin camp. It's the same, reuse the same skin for the gnolls and, or is it gnolls? Kobolds, yeah, and orcs. So they all use the same thing. Animal skins of some kind. Goblin whelp. Now, killing goblins, 106 on that. It's, you get some good faction with it, actually. So, Guardians of the Vale and Stormguard and Storm Reapers. Stormguard, Storm Reapers, I assume, are dwarves. Probably one of them's Dwarven Guards, another one, I don't know. Storm Reapers, who knows? I'm pretty sure Stormguard is the Dwarven Guard, so... And, of course, no one cares about Clan Runny Eye. And Guardians of the Vale, I'm not sure. Kind of sounds elvish in a way. Maybe it's the Rangers far west out by Kanos. I forget what they're called. Being attacked. A little dwarf skeleton. Now, like I said, with the gnome skeletons, I do appreciate that they actually have them about the proper size that they should be. Okay, so now where are we? Okay, so what's this way? Oh, there's a crossroads. And I should be heading that way. So yeah, it's easy to, like I said, get turned around. But if you keep wandering, I mean, it's EverQuest. If you're worried about being lost for 5 minutes, then it's just going to happen to you all the time. 5 minutes is nothing. Why is that skeleton moving so fast? Quite often it takes 10 minutes to walk at normal run speed just to get through a zone. And when I first logged in today, like 10 minutes ago, or 20 minutes ago, Tekin was still in Lesser Feydark after being through Mistmore. And I actually went down the wrong path and I almost ran into a brownie, so trying to get out to go into Greater Fey. So, I mean, it's EverQuest. It took me about 50 minutes to get out of that place, so... Okay, so here's another guard outpost. I don't think that there's anything special in any of these places. Nizo Bloodforge apparently probably gives out a quest of, for some reason. He looks upon me warmly. I've killed so many orcs, that's probably why they like me so much. And I've never seen anything beyond warmly, although people do tell me that there is a higher faction level than that. But I've never seen it. Oh, I'm going the wrong way, so let's see. But yeah, I would say that this zone is great between 1 and 12. Absolutely fantastic. And it's hard to get overwhelmed. Like, if you go to like the Steamfall Mountains and you're trying to kill skeletons or whatever you were after, it's easy to get wandering ones that come up to you, or several of them. I mean, there's the hill by the windmills, and there's just so many mobs in that area. See, I don't need to just follow the path here. I need to actually go left, which is north. So there's mountains all over the place. That would be why they call it the Butcherblock Mountains. I think it's this way. I haven't given this place a proper exploration since I started again in Project 1999. We should be going north. Yeah, north. Tree's huge enough. So big you can't even see the top. Okay, so what do we have going this way? There are Aviacs. I'm not sure. Do you actually lose faction from killing these Aviacs? Because... Oops, I probably should have backstabbed it first. Because I know in Lake Rathatir, yeah, standing with Crag got worse. So you actually do lose faction. And, I mean, it's a bit of minor annoyance if you don't have faction, but it's nice to be able to initiate the fights with the Aviacs in South Karana. And if you're killing a lot of these guys here, I'm not sure if the Aviacs in Lake Rathatir also give you negative faction. They could. But it's just nice to not have to worry about that when you're sitting in Aviac City, like I've done with my 2 XRs. Okay, so, where are we? 14, looking at the map. Stone pillar protected by orcs. Really? Maybe not today. And then, I think this is the only thing. Oh no, this pillar's over here. I don't know what this is. Pillar's this way. Targeting myself. Oracle. 2 oracles. Not sure what level they are. Probably mid-teens. I thought there was a 3rd one here too, isn't there? Orc Scoutsman. I think I did come up here and actually kill a few of them with my ranger. I was looking for something to camp when I first started in Project 99. Okay, so what is the other number? It's the altar with really no point that I can see to it. Bandit camp. Yeah, I've noticed there's a lot of space that's just totally unused in EverQuest. I'm not sure. I mean, it is one of the first massively multiplayer games, so... But I just know that all the newer generation MMOs, they don't leave space just to nothing. There's always something there of some kind. Now, these are bandits. I have also been through here. I think that there's... You gotta kill... they're all named. You gotta kill 1 or 2 of them for a quest or something. They look at me threateningly. Actually, it was kind of stupid of me. Oh, no, I'm 27. I'm not in my teens. I was thinking one of them could actually attack me. But, yeah, they don't like me, which is weird because I'm a rogue. And, maybe they just don't want the competition. So, let's go... Well, east is not the way out. East is heading me right into the wall. We want to go south. Still going east. Well. Oh. Yeah, I'm confusing east with west. Good job. That's what happens when you're not running at full brain power. Okay, so there's a few other places here. I think the most notable place in the whole zone, other than the docks, is probably the... Well, other than the zone entrances and the docks, is the Druid Ring. And if you want to get around the game quickly, some traps. Definitely porting is the way to go. And I seem to remember, I mean, back in Classic, I didn't really port too often. Yeah, I think it's because I was cheap for 1, and for 2, I actually had a wizard at some point, and that was my main. And I just ported myself, so... And then after that, I was on the team servers with my Shadow Knight. That's an XR Shadow Knight. And you don't really want to go around porting everywhere. Yeah, and then just get left. Yeah, it kind of... Yeah, it's just not something you do. Wherever you go, you have to, like, pass level 20 or 15 or 20. You kind of plan it out, and... You gotta be really careful and always have invisible on and everything. So, yeah, okay, so another guardhouse. They're all over the place. And, I think we're on our way to Kaladin now. 21. I was looking at the numbers here and running into trees. Partially destroyed ancient stone ring with a small goblin camp. So that's what we're going to next. What that means, I don't know. Maybe it was an old druid ring. Kind of wish that they had, yeah, I mean, text-based RPGs back in the 80s and 90s, they had stories to go along with it. I just wish that more NPCs talked, had more flavor. I mean, obviously it's not the fully voiced NPCs of today, but, you know, you go up and chat with them and they give you a story, and you can... Would have been nice if you can chat with them that way. Okay, so I think that ring is over here. We need to be heading east this time. Yeah, so more goblins. Goblin Shaman. Well, that's basically it. You can see it looks like a dwarven face. You'll see a few of those around the zone as well. So this is the ancient homeland of the dwarves, as far as I know. I have the Butcherblock Mountains story. You know what? It doesn't really give much of lore about it. It just gives, you know, benefits and dangers of the zone. So, heading west. And this is basic. I mean, I'm taking a long time to do it because I'm checking out stuff. But this is basically the pathway that people take to get to the docks. And I'm kind of going really slow because I have no Sal on me. And, well, we don't need to check out every goblin camp. But the huts up ahead, there's a lot of NPC vendors, a lot of dwarven NPC vendors. And, is this the first one, or is this a guard camp? What we're getting into is the newbie area for Kaladin for the dwarves. And somebody's saying hello. I think she wants to give me a Sal. Thank you. Oops. I need her name. Vashti. There we go. That's a bit better. That was nice. Yeah, little guards, quite often... Sorry, that was email. Quite often people will come and camp guards around the zone. And I think they're level 50, so... They're not pushovers. Now, here are the huts I was talking about. What is the number? 4. Huts with merchants who sell food, cookie molds, a whole bunch of stuff. And you can go in them. And a bunch of dwarven women. Any of them have beards? Mustaches. And a high elf. Holy pimping. Pimping little dwarven women. Alright. Okay, so let's carry on. That's Vashti, the person who gave me a Sal. Now here's the entrance to Kaladin. I've seen people camp the guards out here as well. Ooh, kind of cool. Great big dwarf with an axe. I like that. That's really neat. So it's the starting place for the dwarves. I'm not sure. They always start out where, right by the, where's the name of that guy? I don't know what she is. This NPC woman walks around the zone. High elf woman. I assume she's a magician or a wizard or something like that. But yeah, everybody starts by... What the heck is the name of those guys that allow you to go PvP? Priest of Discord, that's it. Okay, so another guardhouse. Let's try to find the places of importance now that we can go really fast. So yeah, keep an eye out for goblin places if you're into hunting them. And if not, and there's skeletons, there's scarabs around the zone, all around level 8, I think. I used to fight them, come out here. I mean, the other thing is, I mean, you won't get overwhelmed, but if you kill a few around an area, like there's absolutely nothing here at all, but you basically have to move on, because unless you want to hang around for 10 minutes for the spawn. And when you're low level, things die fast, and, you know, so, get kind of boring. That's kind of why people go to dungeons like Crushbone and stuff like that, because there's typically spawns all the time, especially lower level ones. Now, oh, that's nowhere through the mountains. More guards. Maybe there's more than just the 6 I was talking about. There could be about 10 or 12, actually. Aviacs up there. Now here's the docks. And like I said, you see these things around the zone. Guard Rillen. They all have names. So there's 2 more guards. I'm sure if any of them have quests you can do, but that's what I think of when I see a named NPC. But here's the docks. And I think a few of these places have NPCs in there. I've never really been able to figure out what they all do. I don't really know. I assume there's something. There's a gnome in there. I've seen people that aren't very friendly to me, but it could also be the race and class you are. But there are some vendors. There's a dwarf in here. Yeah, there's the bearded female dwarf. Alright, apparently they're bringing that back for EverQuest next. I don't know if it was in EverQuest 2 or not. I've never played EverQuest 2. Again, Dunbull. Dunbull. Now, okay, so here you go. These rafts will take you out to Feriona Vai and Cunark. And, well, I think that all you have to do is just sit right here and they'll eventually go out. It could take 15-20 minutes. It actually took me so long I thought it was broken last time I used these. And so there's also NPCs at the end of the dock. So if they're hostile with you, KOS, kill on sight, then yeah, you want to make sure that you're in a place where if your invisibility goes, or if you don't have stealth of some kind, you just got to be in a safe spot. I've had to do that with some of my characters. Fedor Port Authority. Verico Wind Whisper. Hello, Tekin. Have you seen the Portmaster? I'm here to complain about the shoddy services. Interesting. Oh. I remember people not liking my character, and I don't know, I could have been a Dark Elf when I came here back in Classic, so I don't know. But here's a vendor right here, and I think you can get food and drink from him. Yeah. Bandages, bottle of milk. Sell your junk, whatever you have. I don't want to sell Greater Lightstone, though. Sell that for 10 plat. And yeah, there's a little name, guys. Here's the now here's the dock. You gotta go down to the one on the left side. The right side does nothing. And of course, here's somebody. I'm not sure if they're actually guarding it. Maybe they are. That's why there's NPC with an axe on both sides. And this is the boat that takes you through the Ocean of Tears all the way to Freeport on the other side. Now, depending on what time you get to the docks here, the boat could take 45 minutes or 45 minutes trip to get you to the other side, and some of that, or even longer, maybe an hour. So yeah, you just gotta be prepared. It's that game. There's MMOs that I played in the past 15 years where I was wishing that, like, especially the Old Republic, I mean, you just basically zoom in with your starship to the next planet, where it should actually take some time. But most of the time that you're waiting to get off from planet to planet is the loading time it takes to load the new world in. So I disagree with that, and I actually was missing, of course I would think of this game while I was instantly getting to the next world. And I think that every game, if you're traveling a long way, it should actually take a while. Now, I don't know if it should take as long as this is in this game, but if they had the boats actually come at regular intervals or faster, maybe even add 3 or 4 boats, I think there's 2 of them, that it wouldn't be so bad if you had to wait 10 minutes and then, 20 minutes, half an hour travel time through the zone. The Ocean of Tears is a big zone. Now, Goblin Wizards. Excuse me. Not feeling too well. Stupid throat. Now, anyways, these guys have almost killed my ranger before. Be careful. There's a whole bunch of them, man. The last thing you want to do is get nuked. I think there's 3 of them here. And shaman. And I'm getting attacked. Are you crazy? Maybe he's one of those greens that will give experience. The other guys aren't attacking. I'm level 27. This is kind of weird that he just nuked me. Little bastard. Well, let's try to intimidate. He's got me down to 6, almost a third of my health is down. Oh, that. I got experience for that too. This goes to show you these guys are not wimps. Nothing. Let's get out of here. If I had 2 of them on me at once, I would have been dead. Well, if I didn't run. There's another Goblin Wizard. And apparently going this way, the end, just looking at the map, there's dwarf houses which sell leather armor and sewing patterns. Maybe that's what this is up ahead. They look at me warmly, so. Except for the vendor. Canned-in fire pot. Some gnome. Hello there, don't have time to talk. I'm working. Cool. And does she not want to sell to me? I thought she's a vendor. Maybe not. She looks at me apprehensively. Fugan Mumfer. Oh god, guys. Terrible names. And Tagnus Jinfar. Oh, there's like a hut over there. I had no idea there's anything over there. I don't even know if you can get over there, actually. I think the zone cuts off before then. Can you get over there? It's probably just a hut without... Oh, there's a goblin there, some kind. I can't target it for some reason. Oh, an aqua goblin wizard. Alright. Yeah, he might attack me. Okay, so the only other place in the zone is... well, there's a little... kind of like a funny area, actually. It's not just the druid rings that's left. Tower with guards and high elf merchants selling foods and other goods. There's dwarven guards that aren't dwarven guards. I don't know if they'll actually protect you, but they're not on the same faction. And, oops, I turned around there. Not sure what happened there. I think it's if I go to the east. Is it this way? I think it's over here. Yeah, is it these guys? Kindly. So you can already see that they aren't on the same faction. Because the other dwarven guards are warmly to me. I don't know what their deal is, what they're about, but apparently they're supposed to be fake guards, if I remember it right. I could be wrong. Oh, so I haven't even been over here. This guy looks at me kindly, too. So he sells stuff. Bandages, just the basic stuff. Milk, food, water. Alright, I haven't even seen that, actually. Goblin whelp. Okay, so, yeah, the only thing left... Oh, apparently those two guards over there are, those two fake guards. They're also completely magic resistant. I'm not sure why. Now, I think we're going the wrong way that I wanted to go. It's 21. Haunted Tower. 20. Oh, yeah, I am going the wrong way, but it doesn't matter. I'll get there fast. It's heading south. Oh, okay, no, we're going the right way. There should be a tower up ahead, actually. I think is the tower to my left? Yes. Haunted Tower. Some dwarven skeletons here. I'm not sure if there's anything else, if there's a placeholder for some tough mob. Bunch of dwarven skeletons around here. Kind of spooky. I definitely wouldn't want to hang out here. But, let's go... Is it back? The druid rings are just around the corner. Should be west. Is it this way? Sure, I'm still going the right way. That's northeast. I think that's the way I came, actually. So we'll see about going this way. Here it is. There's a few skeletons around the druid ring. I think there's a vendor also selling Skitter's Stain. Front page. Every time I load in here to the game, I see guilds I've never seen before. Apparently she sells... My voice is getting screwed up. Apparently she sells spells, druid spells. Alright, so gonna start the Butcherblock Mountains story now, and I'll zip around the zone while I do it. Butcherblock Mountains. Butcherblock is a massive zone, one of several large zones on the continent of Faedwar. It lies between Greater Feydark and the Ocean of Tears, and holds the docks for the boat leaving to Freeport on its edge. The dwarven city of Caledon is one of the impressive sights in this region, and many tall ridges separate this region up into areas that are almost zones unto themselves. Dangers. Butcherblock's greatest dangers are those that you bring on yourself. What I mean by this is that there are not a large number of roaming aggressive monsters, but instead there are a large number of creatures that exist in camps that are dangerous and will group up and crush you, and it is easy to feel like you can take on a camp only to realize too late that there was a goblin shaman hiding in a tent, or that the other undead pawn was a little too close to the chessboard. The only creatures that I see consistently presenting a danger of this sort are the orc runners that occasionally move through the farthest region of Butcherblock near the zone edge to Greater Feydark. The huts here offer false solace. There are no guards, and the NPCs will attack nothing that comes here except characters. Most of the danger here is represented in dangerous areas and camps. By far the most dangerous is the chessboard, a very disturbing area that can easily be your grave unless you are extremely careful. The area seems quiet enough, but attacking one of these very powerful undead when it is too close to another can quickly spell your demise. Most of the other dangerous areas are the goblin camps, which spawn goblins ranging in levels from 4, 9, and 10, including occasionally a goblin shaman or wizard, which are tougher than their level lets on. There are also several aggressive skeleton spawn spots at the ruins further out, and several camps of aggressive dwarf bandits. There are also some high-level aqua goblin camps along the shoreline, and a camp of enraged goblins off the path to the docks from the town, also a very high level relative to the rest of the zone. Benefits. Butcherblock is by far one of my favorite zones to start a character in. You could honestly never leave the zone, traveling within its confines until you reach 7th or 8th level, and you could adventure there even longer in a group. Eventually, the need for something elsewhere will drag you away, but I guarantee you'll be back. One of my babies in the beta was a dwarven cleric, and I miss traveling in this zone. Now remember guys, this is from the wiki. This is not my own experience. That said, now on to the reasoning behind my beliefs. First off, the zone is never that crowded. It is so spread out that it rarely becomes a nuisance that there are too many people around, and there are entire areas that you can hunt in with maybe one other person as the only other player you'll see all night long. You get experience quicker in this environment as well as wealth, and I was buddies with all of those other characters who hunted in my area, as I would often take a deep breath after a tough battle to turn around and find them there, watching me in case something went horribly wrong. As I mentioned above, the zone itself can effectively be broken up into more zones within it, as guardhouses keep monsters from entering other areas, and the walls prevent much cross-wandering. This is good if you want to get away from the rush and hunt in your own area. It is also good because the designers took advantage of this and created areas within Butcherblock to suit someone of every level. Like I said, probably too often. Above, you could live in this zone for the first 8 levels of your character, which is good for rogues, for instance, who have to keep going home to get a new skill. The other good thing about the zone is that there are a number of places to sell and buy goods without having to zone. There are a set number of huts by the zone to Greater Feydark, and all manner of goods that other adventurers have sold there. There are also huts along the water edge closer to the docks, and there are high elves making a killing selling food to people by the docks themselves. Traveling to and from. Caledon's entrance lies in the middle of the northern edge of the zone. West of the huge statue that signifies the home of the dwarves is the dock, where you can catch the very infrequent boat to Freeport. Don't miss it. Listen for cries of boat and stay close, as the wait is long and painful. Also, shuttles leave there for the lost continent of Kunark. To the east lies the zone to Greater Feydark. The tunnel lies in the eastern mountains. The entrance to Dagnar's Cauldron lies in the southern wall of the zone. Now, I'm going to put up the map of the zone, and we'll go through the map location key. So what did I tell you? It looks like someone splattered a bowl of spaghetti on the floor to me. Okay, so I didn't visit every single number on here, but map locations are, well, are the guardhouses. Number 1 is the docks. The northern pier leads to Freeport. The southern pier leads to Firiona Vai in Kunark. Merchants that sell food and other goods. Also many houses representing all the races on Fëdor. Number 2 is Stone with Guard. Number 3, Ancient Stone Ring, protected by dwarves. Number 4, huts with merchants who sell food, cookie molds, smithing molds, brewing supplies, and books and other goods. Number 5, Goblin Camp. Number 6, partially destroyed Ancient Stone Ring with a small Goblin Camp. Number 7, the Chessboard. That's recently been renovated, well, just over a year back. Number 8 is the Dwarf Hut. Number 9, Tower with guards and high elf merchants selling food and other goods. 10, Bandit Camp with Pegleg and others. 11. Goblin Warrior Camp. 12. Bandit Camp. 13. Altar. 14. Stone Pillar protected by orcs. 15. Goblin Camp. 16. Dwarf houses which sell leather armor and sewing patterns. 17. Abandoned Guardhouse. 18. The Crossroads. Guardhouse with Nizil Bloodforge. 19. Merchants who sell clay, firing sheets, chain armor, tailoring patterns, large sewing kit, and other goods. 20. A Druid Ring with merchants selling Druid spells. 21. Haunted Tower. 22. Goblin Camp, spawn point for Corflunk placeholder. 23. Stone Tower. Alright, so that's basically it. And, I mean, I got used to the zone, running around it, and as you can see, you kind of have to. Well, to go from the Greater Fate to the docks, I just take the main path, and I know I just keep following it, make sure I don't go left. That goes south to Dagner's Cauldron, and keep following that all the way to the docks. Eventually, it'll take you there. It's about a 10 or so, maybe 15-minute run. Everything in EverQuest, classic EverQuest, is time-consuming, so you just have to get used to it. I haven't even started on the boat. The boat is a... That's why people used to shout out boat when it comes. It's a bit of a wait, like I've already said. Just don't go link dead while waiting, or worse, while on the boat, which happened to me when I first came back to Project 90, or when I first started Project 99 EverQuest. Yeah, I went link dead on the boat, and I couldn't find out. I had no idea where to go. Started out in the water, couldn't see anything but water around me. And, luckily someone helped me there. But, yeah, the boat's a bit of a game unto itself. I wish there was things to do on the boat, but unfortunately there's not. Alright, so I think that's it for the Butcher Block. This dwarf here gives out some kind of quest. I think it's for paladins. Obviously, you recognize that I wasn't one. And something about the Chalice of Conquest was taken by orcs from him out in Lake Rathatir. Where did it say? Where mountains? Wrath Mountains. I like to say Wraith Mountains. I like to say everything wrong, but it sounds better to me. So it's not sow, it's so. All right, guys, gonna end the video here. Thanks for watching, and I'll do my best to get out another one soon.